In case you're new here, I'm Ellie and this is Lou. 4 years ago, we purchased an abandoned homestead property in North Idaho and have been building an off-grid cabin ever since. Then, in July of 2024, we purchased a home on acreage, also in North Idaho, and have moved out there in hopes of creating a self-sufficient farm and homestead. Make sure to subscribe and follow along on our journey. Okay, so it's Saturday. We got a lot of projects going on around the house, and we're kind of in a rush because this time next week we are gonna be on a plane out of state. So Luke's working on a hay feeder that he's been building for a while, and last night our hose froze that we used to run water to our horse trough, so I unhooked it. And I'm gonna try to get it unfrozen and get it all hooked back up today. And then I'm also gonna try to clean the house and catch up on some badly needed laundry. And yeah, we're gonna be working on that all weekend because we're kind of in a time crunch now because, like I said, we're gonna be out of town next week. So okay, let's do this. All right, so this froze last night and I think I got most of the water out of the hose. It's really hard to take this piece off. This is what Luke installed. So I think what I'm gonna do is just try to pour hot water over the whole thing and see if that can maybe melt the ice inside. Maybe not, but it's worth a try. Hi, Tooties. No, it's hot. It's hot, not for you. I think I broke one of the Ys last night trying to get this off. Hi. Okay, so as I suspected, the hose was frozen. Burned my hand about 5 times pouring hot water down it and was able to get this disconnected. So now the problem is I'm pretty sure I broke one of these Y connectors here. So I'm gonna have to take this off. All right, I'm gonna try to do this and not burn myself. Like that. Is that why you want to go inside, Bandit? It's all right. It's comical. Okay, well I didn't film much of it, but I got the hose defrosted, poured hot water, scalded myself about 10 times. So now I'm gonna take the freeze mister off the house, put it back on the hose, run the whole thing back out. So as much as I love this property and this house, one thing that kind of is a bummer is we do not have good water pressure here. To be honest, I don't really know enough about wells and water pressure, but I just know we don't have good water pressure. So we think that might be kind of the reason why the freeze meister. Oh, I'm getting soaked. This house needs gutters. Lefty loosey. Righty tighty. So that's coiled up. And the hose runs along here behind the hay. And then hopefully this works. If not, I'm not going to be a happy camper.
Those of you who aren't familiar with our channel, we're pretty big fans of solar generators, if you haven't been able to tell by now. We do a lot of promos for them, mostly because we use them a lot. From our off-grid homestead to projects around the farm, or just thrown in our vehicles. They come in pretty handy for a lot of different situations. So today's video is brought to you by njoynook and the Alpha 800. This is a solar generator. It has all your standard options. Kind of takes a little different approach to the solar generator. Instead of just the basic features, it kind of got creative, came up with a modular concept that includes little inserts that you can remove, mix and match, arrange as you see fit. It has 4 of those that you can choose from. This one in particular comes with a spotlight, a panel light, a Bluetooth speaker, and then also a additional battery pack for these devices. So you can pop your Bluetooth out. It has its own independent battery inside the speaker, but additionally you can pop the add-on speaker, magnetically attaches to the back, and you just increase your battery from whatever's in here to this one, which I believe is 3600 milliamp hours. So kind of cool. Creative ideas. Like I said before, it does have all basic features of a solar generator. 12 volt DC, cigarette jack, 2 more ports for DC, USB-A, USB-C, and then your 310 volt outlets on the side. Also has wireless charging on top for your cell phone. Click it on here. The other nice feature about this is it does have voice commands and voice feedback. So when you turn
DC output is on.
When you click something on or off,
DC output is off.
Gives you that voice feedback to let you know it's actually engaged or turned off. Additionally, you can actually talk to this thing. Hey Sodi. That command prompts it, turns it on, now it's listening. Max volume. Turn on Bluetooth speaker.
The speaker is off.
Turn Bluetooth speaker on.
The speaker is on.
So there you go. I see this as a good option for us when we travel or we camp. Obviously when you camp you take a bunch of stuff with you, flashlights, speakers. This kind of eliminates a couple extra things we have to bring with us. It has lights and a Bluetooth speaker already integrated into it. So it's kind of a versatile little package that will help alleviate some extra clutter. The battery bank in here are Life PO4 batteries, so that's good. They generally cycle around 2,000 times before they start to degrade. This is 512 watts and it has an MPPT charge controller inside, so helps convert your solar charging a little better. It's a little more efficient. So turn off the AC.
AC output is off.
So it's kind of handy. Where I see that coming in handy is when we camp, we usually use a electric blanket to keep us warm at night. And there is no controlling the blanket. It's just plugged in and on, or it's unplugged and off. So this, we could just plug it in, and then we can tell it to turn off and on throughout the night as we need it. Kind of a neat function. Adds a little bit of a creative touch to some of the solar generator options out there. They're basically, for the most part, all the same, and there's a lot to choose from. So this is kind of cool. They're getting creative. I like where their heads are at. Again, you can order different inserts for this modular system. You can put, all panel lights, all spotlights. You probably put all Bluetooth speakers if you wanted to. Kind of up to you. So you can mix and match. Other than that, neat little solar generator. We look forward to using it when we travel. We'll probably keep this one in the lineup and use it for camping and other projects around the house. I'm actually gonna go use it now. I gotta charge the tractor battery. We got about 6 or 7 inches of snow last night, so I gotta go plow. But the battery is dead. We've been out of town for a few weeks, so it's just been sitting there, and it's been really cold over here the last few weeks, so I'm gonna go get that on the charger.
There is no device detected. The wireless charger will now turn off.
Okay. So if it's not charging anything, it recognizes that and it turns itself off. It's got an LCD display up here, shows you what is currently on or not on. I lost the light. Aha! You gotta be careful what you push. These kind of rocket them out, but as you can see, we finally got our first snowstorm of the year. Probably 6 or 7 inches so far. It's supposed to keep snowing for couple more hours, maybe turn to rain. And of course, I did not cover the tractor last night, so that'll be fun.
DC output is on.
Thank you, Soti.
The accessories output is on. AC output is on.
Alright. Let's turn on our charger. Alright, charging. Let that sit for a while. See if we can get this baby started. See you back shortly. Kitty, what are we doing here, Kitty? Go, go, Kitty. God, you cats stink. Stink.
AC output is off.
Okay, so it's actually been another day, but I'm wearing the exact same outfit I wore yesterday because I'm in the middle of doing all the laundry in the house and I don't want any extra dirty clothes. We're about to be out of town for a week, so I'm kind of trying to get caught up on everything and get everything cleaned. But I wanted to take a minute to talk about one of my favorite parts of our house, and that is our Speed Queen washer and dryer. And the lighting's not very good in here, so I'm sorry. We bought these brand new when we moved into the house, and we did a lot of research before we bought them. And I just have to say, if you are in the market for new washers and dryers, I cannot recommend these enough. They are heavy duty. They are meant for, you know, outdoor, Carhartt, denim. The real reason we got these though is they have a very long lifespan. I think the warranty on these alone is like 7 or 10 years, but people regularly report that their Speed Queens last 20, 30 years. Like my grandmother has Speed Queens. She got in, I want to say like the 80s, and they are still running strong. If they do break, they are very simple. A lot of people are even able to fix these themselves, or if you do have to call a repairman, there's not a lot of electronic parts. I love them. We did, like I said, we did a lot of research on the internet before we bought these. They were not cheap. I want to say it was a little over $3 grand for the two of them, but I just feel like it was so worth it. Not even sponsored. I wish we were, but these machines are incredible and I highly recommend them. I love them. I fully expect to have these forever. Be very upset and shocked if something goes wrong, so I guess time will tell. We've had them since we moved in, so I would say like August maybe. It hasn't been a year yet. Maybe I'll give an update in a year, but I cannot say enough good things about these. Yeah, I love them. Let me know if you have any questions. If there was like one thing I would do in my home to really, like, you know, think about buying things that are going to last, you know, buy once, cry once, it would be these. Honestly, like I said, they're expensive. These are probably some of the more expensive home washer and dryers you can have, but I love them. I think they're worth every penny.
So for the last few months, we've been looking for a hay hut so we didn't have to feed the horses every day when we left town. And thankfully, for the last 30 years, I've been perfecting the art of hoarding and being made fun of for it by my wife. So I finally thought to myself, you know what? I will show her, and I will build her a hay hut out of scrap lumber, which is exactly what I did. As you can see, none of the lumber matches. It's already got holes and nails and screws in it, which I had to take out. The side panels, I used an old closet door because I wanted to kind of have some ventilation flowing through to prevent mold. So I slapped kind of the frame together, drug it out of the garage, managed to get it tipped up barely. I did almost break it a few times, but I was able to get it upright and then start working on the roof section. As you can see, the neighbors drove by laughing at me, as they should. Then I began working on the roof. I did have to purchase roof material. I did have some scraps laying around, but I didn't have quite enough and they didn't all match up. And I kind of wanted this thing to be pretty weatherproof so we could get the longest life out of our hay. So I did purchase, I think, 3 sheets of tin. I did lose some footage though. I didn't get the little folding door on the front on film, but it's pretty self-explanatory. The flooring, I just used some old deck plank from a deck project I did a few years ago, which I almost threw away a few times. Thankfully I didn't, because those actually worked out perfectly. Left some space in them to also for some airflow. You'll see kind of around the ends of the roof there and kind of the gable end of the hay hut. That was all from the fence that I tore out this last summer. Those came in nice, kind of gives it that little rustic look. Then I had to figure out how to get into the field, which was a challenge because the roads were super slippery. We managed to get it in there. Originally this was designed for round bales, but we had recently purchased a 1,200 pound square bale and we had about half left. So I thought, let's see if we can get that to fit in there. Took a little bit of work, but eventually I was able to get the hay net on this big square bale and get it tipped up into the hay hut. Thanks to the help of Fat here, who saw an opportunity that he couldn't resist for some snacks. So he came in to investigate. Getting it in there was a bit of a challenge. This tractor is a great tractor. It is a little bit underpowered though with the lift. I think I solved that problem. We'll find out here when I use it next, but finally maneuvered it in there, got it locked in, and you can see I had to make some lower sections on the side so Jack the pony, the miniature pony, could reach in and get to the hay. So anyways, that was kind of the process.